Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Harry Yang Feng Shui. Today I'm going to talk about the death mystery of Tangmo Nida, an actress from Thailand, according to Chinese metaphysics. First of all, I would like to let you know that I will explain the death mystery according to the Chinese metaphysics, but I will explain it in a plain words, so at least you can get it and understand well what is the exact event that occurred on that particular date. As we know, on 24th February 2022, we surprised that there's a news about a very famous actress from Thailand, Taratida Pacharaveraporn, or as we know as Tangmo Nida. She was announced dead on 24 February, and it is said that she was found in the Chao Phraya rivers from speedboat around the Rama 7 bridge. I will show you the chart. Yeah, this is the Chiman chart on that particular date, on the 22nd February 2022. And as far as I can see, when we are looking for a person, because at that time she was missing and we don't know whether she's still alive or not. So we check using the prediction, using when the time of event, and then we got the hour. The hour in here, as we can see the color in here. So I differentiate all the elements in here in color so that it is easy for you to understand. The black color represents the water. The brown color represents the earth. The white and there's a gold color represent the metal. And the green color represent the wood. And the red fire represent the fire. So the Chinese metaphysics use the 5 elements, the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, as to explain whatever event that occur in our daily life. Yeah. So in Chiman, when we are looking for something is missing, usually we look at the hour. And at this particular hour, it is fall into the west sector. And this kui, now as we see, the kui in here is belong to Jiawu. Yeah. I will not go into details. I just explain to you in brief. And when you want to know when this something is missing, we can found, usually if there is an interaction with the element below, then usually things that is missing can be found. And the day that she went missing is on the sun or monkey, and the next day is rooster. Rooster don't have any interaction with the horse in here or the wool. And then the next day, the second day after she fall into the river, it is the dog. The dog and the horse will interact each other. So we read through the media that the body was found 2 days after she fell into the river. Now, let us examine what happened in this sector. As we can see in this sector, there is a door, what we call a Jing Men, or the door of Jing. The door of Jing is some we call as a bloodiness or injuries. So I assume that at that time, Tangmo Nida maybe have injury or something bleeding. Yeah, maybe caused by a cut or anything. Yeah, surely another interesting thing we can see, it falls into the Tui sector. The Tui sector usually is like a small dagger, so it can mean something bad happened to Tangmo Nida caused by something tapped through her, or maybe it can be caused by other things also. And very interesting thing, we see in here, there are number 2 in here, as we can read from the media that it was reported that from the CCTV, she had an argument, probably they see from the CCTV with somebody, someone, yeah. And as we can see, why she has an argument, because this element 2 is also represent an argument, yeah. And the 2 can represent 2% at that time. And then there is a star in here is Tianzhu, yeah. The Tianzhu is a star that like to have make a disruption, yeah. It likes to cause fighting, yeah. So in this sector, we can see that Tangmo Nida probably have something that suddenly abrupt thing that happened and cause her to bleed and having an accident. And although there are the god in here is Zifu. Zifu is usually good, but because it falls in this sector, and as we can see, the color is brown. Brown, that means it is an earth element, and this sector is belong to the metal, as earth supports the metal. So the nobleman, as far as I can say, doesn't do anything or do good to her. So I can assume that from this sector that Tangmo Nida is having something fear, because this one also can we call a fear, and this Tianzhu also something disrupt that can cause you also fear also, yeah, that cause her accident or death. Then I'll talk about using the Parcher analysis. This method, I'm using the date of birth, the luck period at that at her age, and then the running time of the event. And using the yin-yang energy, I already subtract all the element that is we pop up, and we can see the end result is only this element. Now, the element of this gold color or the metal is represent Tangmo Nida. So Tangmo Nida in here is the metal, and as we can see, she was surrounded by 5 water. The 5 water, there are 3 water that is yang, or what we call yin and yang. This is the yang side, and then this is the yin type of water. Now, you see this 3, which is the same as her. So I assume this 3 is the 3 ladies, and these 2, because it's the opposite of yang, is yin, it is the 2 male that also on the speedboat. So there are 5%, but how is the interaction between these 2 elements? In the reproductive cycle of 5 elements, metal produce water. And as we can see, metal produce a lot of water. So metal in here is considered very weak already. Then we see the below in here, we see there is only left water, wood, and earth. In the production cycle of the 5 elements, water produce the wood, and in the destructive cycle, wood destroy the earth. Yeah. Why destroy the earth? Because wood suck the minerals from the earth and then cause the earth to be loosened. So what is the interaction in the below of this chart? The water support the wood to destroy the earth. Now, this water is the same as this 5. That means one of them, okay, this one wood is that is something produced by this water. Something produced by anything is what we call an action. So the water take action to destroy the earth. And this earth is what to Tangmo Nida. This earth is the body. So I assume from this analysis that one of these 5 is taking action towards her. Maybe torture, I don't know, but there is something happen on that particular speedboat. Okay, next, we'll talk with using a prediction or conventional departure prediction, and we just see on the date that when I do this prediction, I do it on 11 March 2022, and I just look at the hour and day. The day usually represent Tangmo Nida, and the other elements is what is actually happened to her. As we can see, as I've told you already, the water in here, there are 3 water and 1 earth. Yeah, that 1 earth, as I told you, in destructive cycle, earth control water, like we build a dam to hold the water. So this earth is holding the water, and because these 3 is the same element, we can say that this 2 probably is Tangmo Nida's friend, and this one, the earth, in departure, when something is control your elements, is called your boss, manager, and if it is a lady, then it is a boy, I mean your boyfriend or a male, yeah. Then I assume from this chart that this male is controlling this 3. That means maybe he take action, but we'll see from the below how we read it. Now we see at the below. The below part, we see this is a metal. The color is white and there's a gold color in here. As we know in the productive cycle, metal produces the water. And this metal is the body to this water. And the position of the body, if it is in the below here, it is what we call on this second line, usually we call it as the graveyard. So the body of Tangmo Nida is on graveyard on this particular male or boss or manager, yeah. And then below here, we see another interesting thing. This thing, fire, yeah, fire towards the water is the reward, or we can call it the well. And the well is below this position, the manager or the male. That means this particular earth is taking control of Tangmo Nida's money. And actually what happened, Tangmo Nida is reacted. Tangmo Nida, they're having a fight. Why I said having a fight in here? Because this metal is countering the wood. And as we can see, this metal is not a yang metal, it is a yin metal. A yin metal is like a small dagger, a small something, and then this wood element, this is metal, metal chop the wood, and in the destruction cycle, metal destroy the wood, and we can see that this small metal and this element usually represent the head. So maybe we can read the news that, and I read that her face is, yeah, not so nice when she was founded, probably because of the cut or anything, probably like that. Okay. Then after that, I thought I should do another prediction to know whether how this case will be solved. Yeah. And on the day, particular date, 15 March, I do the prediction. I got the hour in here, and the hour is represented by this sector or the southwest sector. And we found out there's a door of death. Door of death, that means the case is about a dead person or it was stuck dead. Yeah. And then Rui is a star. Tian Rui is usually can mean disrupt. Yeah. And then there's a Zifu. Zifu in here is can mean something that having a position. And another thing that we should note that these two elements make a structure that we call as the 地户分魁, a landed haunted by a ghost. So this means probably these things cannot be disclosed to public. Yeah, I think that is my explanation. Oh yeah, before I forgot, I think I forgot to talk about, okay, these two elements in here is a structure that we call as the 天望师长, is the heaven net that is pulled up. Yeah, so it is a bad combination. It can mean somebody who is unstable, and as we see, there's a cheerful star in there. Cheerful star, we can say it as the something having a position, and maybe not, the mind is not stable and doing something towards Tangmo Nida. Maybe that is the explanation from this chart. Another thing that I want you to note that this earth, the Wu earth, is a figure, something will have a something we call as the stout stature. Yeah, so a male with a big muscle, probably. Yeah, that's all I want to share with you about the mystery analysis of Tangmo Nida. Hope you like it. If you like it, don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you for watching the video.